Hey everybody, Edo here, and a few weeks ago I was in San Rafael and stopped by Gamescape and picked up Kim Joy's Magic Bakery. Now I'd heard about it, I don't recall if it was a Kickstarter or not, but if you're not familiar, Kim Joy's an actual person. Kim Joy was on the Great British Bake Show, and she was just a fantastic character, and by character I mean person, who was into board games and cute things. They even showed her playing Takenoko on camera, which was awesome. And so they came out with a baking game. This is actually a cooperative game, and it's really like the epitome of a recipe game. So if you don't know what a recipe game is, I'm about to tell you. So what are we trying to do? Each round, customers are going to come into our bakery, and we are trying to fulfill what they want. This person wants a raspberry pavlova. This person wants crumpets. And each of these things they want require certain ingredients: eggs, fruit, sugar, butter, eggs, flour. Now this one has a garnish with jam, that kind of thing. Now, this is, I have the whole deck of customers here. You're going to go through a process as in you're going to remove some, and there are also scenario cards, which I'll talk about. But basically, each player is going to start with 3 cards in their hand, and these are the 3 ingredients. So in a recipe game, you have small components that can go into medium components that can go into large things. So, for example, is this a good example out here? Let's look at, here we go. We're going to make a fruit tart. And so this fruit tart needs fruit, creme pat, and pastry. Well, you'll see the creme pat here, to make this, requires butter, eggs, and sugar, which come from the lower level. So on your turn, you've got 3 cards, and one thing you can do is you can grab an ingredient. Cool, I've got more. I can grab from here, I can grab from up here, what have you. The next thing you can do is you can bake a layer. I can take those earlier ingredients and make something above it. So if I want to make icing, say I had, it requires eggs and butter, and I have these in my hand, I can pay 2 eggs and butter to make icing, and now I have this in my hand. The next thing you can do is if you have all the ingredients needed for a customer, you can satisfy a customer and basically make them happy, and that's part of the victory condition. Now, perhaps I don't have everything I want or need. The other thing I can do is I can take one of my cards, and on each of your turn, based on the number of players, you have 2 or 3 actions, and I can pass a card to another player. This is important because it's sort of hard to necessarily have everything on your own, and you are trying to make food quickly, so you're going to be, maybe on my turn I made the icing and gave you the icing, and then on your turn you use the icing and whatever else is needed to make the card. You can also refresh the pantry if you want to, but you'll do that as you need it. So, in essence, each round, after each player goes, another customer is going to come in, and they keep sliding out until you complete them. And once they're 3 out, then they start leaving the bakery. Oh no, that means you don't score them. The game ends when you finish the customer stack, which is again smaller than what's here, and you scored as many customers as you can. It's really that simple. I think, you're collecting stuff, you're trading it in, and then you're taking that stuff you've traded in and getting other stuff. Gem Pack Cards, an original game I did, had a recipe-like system like that. Though in that game, we was using color theory a little bit, so a little bit more bouncy. It's pretty straightforward here. I think, though, in combination between sort of the vibe of the game, the cuteness, how it works, I think that it's cooperative, I think it does the trick. I wouldn't necessarily say your hard-earned gamers are going to love it, but, if you're looking for something light, filler, something to play cooperatively before or after dinner or around tea time, that's great. They do have these scenario cards. I think this is one of the more interesting things about the game, and they represent a character who's interacting with you. We have a cat, mice, fox, and when they're in play, they affect how you can win, or like they create some distraction. So in the case of the cat lays over it's the layers. Yeah, it lays over 2 layers, and you can't use them. You can spend an action to move it to free up a layer. You might want to do that cooperatively. Or some of the customers have this like special action icon. The crumpets, if you do put that garnish, that jam, you get that special action, and then each card has like a special case. So in this one, rather than moving 1, you can like move a full bunch. Like the fox removes all the eggs, but then there's like a trade you can do with the fox. So all sorts of fun little ways the game gets manipulated a little bit. They're all cute, they're all fun. So I think it's a nice, relaxing, chill jaunt with cute art, making stuff. You know, no really pressing decisions, but it's fun. I mean, I'm a big fan of the character. I'm a big fan of the show. I'm a big fan of making this kind of stuff. So
big fan of eating desserts.
Big fan of eating desserts. So all of those things together work well. Having said that, it is a pretty straightforward game. So, Kim Joy's Magic Bakery. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.